Good evening and thank you for coming. Tonight we will be presenting the Lake Hattie Sports and Elk Island Sportswear Network merger. This will be presented by James Williams, Drina Han, Greg Montez, Jerry Anderson, and Travis McKenna, myself, Blake Rieker. Travis McKenna will be up first talking about the background.
Lake Hattie Sports is an outdoor and sporting goods retail company which is based in Laramie, Wyoming. Began with a single store in 1969 and now has large stores in 12 major markets across the country. Lake Hattie Sports has recently purchased Elk Island Formal or Sportswear based in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Elk Island Sportswear is a private label clothing manufacturer for Lake Hattie Sports. Elk Island Sportswear also produces name brand clothing for some other well-known companies such as Cabela's and Bass Pro Shops. Now on our design, since both companies already had an internet presence, we set up our force structure with 2 domains. Each force is with its own Active Directory structure with our corporate and our parent and child domain. And then we have Greg explaining the corporate design structure, domain structure.
Domain in Laramie, Wyoming, known as corporate, is set up in 4 servers with IP addresses for the workstations. There are 3 servers split up different tasks regarding DHCP, DNS, WINS, and Active Directory. There's also 2-way trust between Lake Hattie and Elk Island. We set up using a VPN and L2TP for our with the IPsec encryption. One server will be set up with RRAS, DNS, and NAT. There will also be a child domain connected with PVC line. For the PVC line is our permanent virtual connection, which is our frame relay. It's right here. There's also a child domain connected with the to secure a DNS server from the internet, we disable recursion and deleted root hints. Next is Jerry with implementation in Elk Island.
Child domains have the 4 servers and an IP range for the workstations down here. 2 of the servers will be set up with DHCP, DNS, WINS, and Active Directory for redundancy, and 2 Unix servers, 1 in Tennessee and 1 in Colorado. There will also be 1 workstation set up as a WINS proxy agent here, so that the Unix servers can use NetBIOS names. And this is the general setup of the Elk Island Sportswear Network. It'll be housing corporate offices, shipping, and wireless clients. Next is James. Oh, Karina, I'm sorry.
Thank you. No, this is you. Sorry.
For this implementation of the Elk Island Sportswear domain, the Elk Island domain in Edmonton, Alberta was set up with 5 servers and 4 wireless access points. The network was set up to use a 10.0.32 network IP address range. 3 of the servers were set up with WINS, DNS, DHCP, and Active Directory. Our 4th server was set up with RRAS and with network address translation enabled. The 2-way trust between Elk Island Sportswear and Lake Hattie Sports was set up with a VPN connection using Layer 2 tunneling protocol and IPsec. On our next slide, we have our 5th server, which is our Radius server, which is what the wireless access points will connect to. We have 8 handheld infrared scanners that connect to the wireless access points to connect to the network. For our encryption on the wireless, we use WPA2. And next will be Drina.
One of the other servers on the Elk Island side will be set up as an RAS router with DNS and NAT, network address translation, enabled. It will also be used for the VPN connection for the remote desktop users and outside sales staff and their laptops. And next, we also used MS Chat version 2 for security on the VPN. The applications that were installed on each workstation, Windows workstations and the Windows servers for antivirus was ClamWin, and ClamAV on the Unix servers in the shipping offices. Then we used OpenOffice on all the workstations. All of the programs were installed using group policy. And then a third party from ClamWin, spyware protection, was installed on all the workstations, remote desktops, and open sales staff laptops. We used the ClamWin antivirus and ClamAV and OpenOffice because they are a cost-effective programs for us to use, so we keep the price down on our implementation. Next will be Blake Rieger to talk about security.
Okay, well, the main part of our security was our password policies. With our shipping domain, we kept our password policies to 8 characters, which included letters and numbers. With our corporate domains, the password policies were set up for 12 characters in length, included numbers and letters. The password policy also stored up to 24 passwords and was set to a limit to change it once every day and set to a minimum to change it every 30 days. We also set it up so that you could have 3 logon attempts before you had to contact the administrator, and then there was also no logon locally. And that is the end of our presentation. If you have any questions, we will be happy to answer.